Hello, and welcome to part... Fuck, it doesn't list it when I mouse over. What are we on?
27. You're so good at this.
I'm sorry.
Mrow.
Anyways, you may notice it sounds like I'm trying to be quiet. That's because everyone's asleep now, because we had to wait like 3 hours from the last time we did this.
Yeah, shit happens.
But hey, we're here. We're at the end of the game.
At the elite floor.
3. We're only challenging 3 this part.
Well, he spoiled it. Yeah.
How's it a spoiler?
Because the title might not be Elite 3 like it is currently.
Shh. Why you gotta say that?
Now he has to name it that.
No, I don't have to, because Brady said it might not be. I mean, there's no joke. There's no real joke based off of it. I'm just saying that we only fight 3 of them this time. It's not spoilers.
Alright.
Mama didn't raise no bitch. However,
That's what you think.
hey. What do you say about my sister?
$5 for this. Why are you selling TMs?
Because
Don't seem like low on cash.
it's money, and money means full restores, and revives, and item spammer.
9.99.
By the time I finish any classic Persona game, I got 99 of every item. Always.
Yeah. And then there's Q where you can only hold 60.
Why? Why
I'm
do
like-
they do this?
I play those games that make an effort to like actually use my items.
I don't use,
Unless it's the really useless ones.
I do not use items until endgame or until I'm in real critical condition. Like,
I just don't use items.
if I'm really desperate, that's when I'll actually use items.
Welcome to Pokemon League. I'm Lorelei.
I meant to ask this while we were playing Smash earlier, Brady. Pokken Tournament. Thoughts?
Yeah, what about it?
You have?
It's alright.
You have it?
Yes, I own it. I don't think it's as good as it could have been, though.
They could have had more Pokemon for sure.
Yeah, their Pokemon choice was a little annoying to me. Like, I still don't understand why we have Pikachu Libre instead of Hawlucha.
We
but-
only have
Whatever.
we only have one Gen 2 representative, and that's Suicune.
Something that kind of bugs me about that game, though, at like a high level, it's essentially that each character has like one thing that they excel at, and can't even begin to compete in other areas.
Yeah?
Like, Weavile has insane 50-50 mix-ups, and that's all he has going for him. His grabs are awful. His ranged pressure is awful. He's just 50-50 mix-ups. That's it. That's his entire character. Characters like Gardevoir are pretty much entirely sit back, calm mind, and spam range moves.
Chandelier.
Chandelure, like, some characters are more versatile than others, but for the most part, the best ones are just really good at one thing, and... Oh my god, Norma, please. But,
What's the character I like to play, Garrett?
Yeah.
You like to play Gardevoir,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I like my Sceptile. Because Gen 3, Master Race.
Like, Sceptile's pretty solid. Like, he has really, really good frame traps with his, like, time delay attacks with traps and stuff. But he doesn't have 50-50 mix-ups. And, like, his grabs are pretty bad.
Brady, I've only ever played, like, 10 rounds of Pokken Tournament. I own the game, I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so I don't know what any of this means.
But, like, for the most
Memes.
part... Oh my... Cats, I will end you.
Norma is the
but, like,
commentator.
At the highest level of the game, it's like there are 2 or 3 characters who are like absolute top tier, and the other characters are restricted really, really heavily by the fact that they just don't have the kit for it.
Yeah.
Like, they can't. It's not up to play, it's not up to reads, it's just their character is that restrictive that they just can't be played at that same level. Which is kind of lame.
Anyways, I just kind of want to point out I didn't realize how goddamn balanced my team was by the time I hit the Elite Four.
Yeah.
Also, I also forgot that Ground is super effective against Psychic. Again, that's something I forgot consistently throughout the entire playthrough.
Say that Ground is super effective on Psychic?
Yeah,
That is not... No.
you sure?
What? Yes. What? What made you think it was?
The fact that it works and Earthquake wrecks them?
Earthquake on Psychic types?
Yeah.
It's because Psychic types have high special, which is both special attack and special defense. They're really lacking in physical defense, and all Earth moves are physical
Oh no,
in
wait.
that gen.
Was it that or was it Poison? It might have been Poison type. I know there was 2 types that gave me hell, and one of them I remember being weak to Earth, but I kept forgetting that it was weak to Earth. It might have been Poison. Too
Might
easy
be,
internet.
but it could just be like the specific one that you're thinking, like the specific Pokemon you're thinking of. Because Ground is super effective on, let's see, Fire, Electric, and Poison. Oh, and Rock. And Steel. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it's probably Poison. But Psychic is not weak to Ground.
Yeah, 2 times effective against Poison.
And Bug is super effective on Psychic.
I don't have this entire thing memorized. It would be helpful if I did, but I don't, and I never will.
A type chart.
Yeah.
I know most of them, but not all of them.
Also, fuck Dragon type.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't help that like practically every single dragon type is a pseudo-legendary.
Or the fact that every single Dragon type is only really weak to like the 2 things it's weak to are really hard to integrate into your team because they're late game Pokemon.
They're really hard to get in general.
Yeah.
Like, good ice types are very few and far between. Other dragon types are also very few and far between, and like you said, late game.
Yeah. By then you kind of usually have a set team, unless you're planning to pick something up by the end.
Yeah. Personally, I love ice type. Like,
Personally, you prefer the air?
Hops in a landmaster. Yeah, I really like ice type, and it's mostly for thematic reasons, but like, I think the dragon type until the most recent gen has been like quite the problem.
Yeah.
It's, with the implementation of fairy type, it's pretty solid. But now fairy is really overpowered. Well, not really overpowered. It's not as bad as dragon was for 5 generations, but
Yeah.
also we did it. Got one.
Yeah, that's true, but it's kind of weird how, like, these little dinky fairy types take out giant dragons.
Yeah, I agree. It's more just the fact that, like, there's something to beat dragon
Yeah.
that isn't ice or other dragons. It's like, having to fight fire with fire like that is kind of counterproductive, because it's only seeking to further the common like how common dragon types are, and how they're, like, necessary to have.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I can run this as a counter to dragons. It's like, no, I have to have a dragon too, and then everybody and their mother has to have dragon types because everyone else has dragon types. It's kind of weird. I am glad that fairy type exists, even if it is a little imbalanced currently.
Is it imbalanced?
Yeah, well, not the fairy type Pokemon, with the exception of, like, maybe Sylveon.
Yeah.
And Xerneas, if you're thinking Ubers, but it's primarily like how a lot of Pokemon have access to fairy type moves is off type now.
Yeah.
Like Play Rough, Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam. They're really strong moves, and they're relatively common too.
Yeah.
And
Another
like,
one of my favorite posts I ever saw was how it's like, never forget that a Sylveon can be a dude too.
Yeah.
It's pretty great because you look at it and you're like, oh, who's the little cutest dragon destroyer? And it looks back up at you and goes, I am.
That would be me. Hello.
Just with the good old like Isaiah from Old Spice voice. Hello.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Norma.
Meh.
Are you done meowing yet?
Never.
That would be a nope. As she sprints off into the other part of the house to meow. Oh boy, double team.
My
Wow.
favorite.
Wow, double team. Yes.
My favorite. Another one.
This is giving me like war flashbacks. Oh, there you go. God bless.
Just another one. Oh god, I hate evasion raising moves. It's a legitimate strategy, but I hate running into it.
It's not really a legitimate strategy.
It's a move in the game, they can use it.
Yeah, in competitive it's like banned.
Is it?
There's a specific clause for evasion. Yeah.
Nice.
You aren't allowed to use any moves that boost evasion. And any abilities that can do as well, I think. Wait, that might just be Moody.
So would that mean sand attack banned as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Any moves that influence accuracy. If I remember correctly, like single stage things that can't go beyond that, so like Snow Cloak or Sand Veil, are fair game because it's only like one boost and it can't be stacked.
Yeah.
But let me look this up.
Spamming double team is banned.
Let's see. General clauses. Evasion clause. A player cannot increase their Pokemon's evasion stat with a move that specifically increases evasion. Items or indirect boosts do not break this clause. Yeah. So if you have like an ability like Snow Cloak or Sand Veil, that's fine. If you're holding an item like, I think it's Laxon Sense,
Yeah.
that's fine. But like you can't be using moves that specifically influence evasion.
No, I mean, they're really not that overpowered. But I can see, like, that would be the entire metagame.
The main issue with it is that it's leaving it too much up to RNG instead of strategy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Where, like, your strategy is let me mash this button 6 times, and now if you happen to hit me ever, then I lose. But you have like a 5% chance of hitting me.
Turn yourself into Sans. And with that, we lost half of our subs.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough, because it's like very low interaction, and not really fun for
Yeah.
either side, really.
Yeah, the way I see it, it's like, since they've added time limits to Pokemon fights now.
They
It's,
added time limit?
yeah, for the online,
Oh, yeah,
I think you have an hour.
Really?
a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if two plebs spam up evasion, it's enough time.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, this is just like in competitive, like, these are Smogon rule set stuff, not like Pokemon's online system.
yeah, well, it's a shame that, I mean, I guess it could be worse. They could ban, like, a whole thing. Meta Knight could be a
there's-
Pokemon.
Well, there's also other clauses, like that you can't use one-hit KO moves,
Why not?
you can't have more than 2, well, you can't have 2 or more Pokemon on the other side to sleep at once. Like, so you can't use Spore and then Spore the next thing that comes in too.
Uh,
2 things can't be asleep at the same time.
well, that's silly. What if your team revolves around a Dream Eater set?
Then you have to sleep one thing. And then when they switch it out, you have to deal with it.
Oh,
It's just not very high interaction. That seems to be the running theme. It's like the person on the receiving end of these things, like one-hit KOs, like evasion spamming, like sleep spamming, they aren't interacting with you.
like I said,
Like,
I don't want to
they
take
aren't
any damage ever.
But it's not fun, and it's not really entertaining either. Like, how do you counterplay that? How do you counterplay someone just spamming Spore?
Berries.
It leaves... Fairies don't help. It leaves, like, so little up to the person on that side.
Insomnia ability.
Yeah, let me just, like, run a team of all Insomnia because I somehow know that you're gonna be spamming Nightmare. Like,
Let me run
sleep
a team of nothing but Hoot Hoots.
Yeah. It's mostly just to make the game more about strategy and more about, like, actually reading your opponent and, like, making good decisions and playing the game well instead of just spamming one thing.
Well,
That
I mean,
kind of takes away the other side's ability to play.
all you have to do is spam Earthquake. That's it.
At least there's, like, a few actual counters to people spamming Earthquake.
Yeah.
Also, you lived on 1 health. Goddamn.
Anyways, yeah, like this is what I was talking about. I could have just spammed Earthquake for this fight and had no problems, because like all ghost types are poison type in this gen.
Are there? I think most of them are.
Yeah, well, Ghastlies and Gengars for sure are. Don't know about Haunter, but
But Gengar has Levitate. Oh wait, abilities don't exist.
welcome to Gen 1. Let me be your guide.
Christ. It's the most broken gen ever.
Yeah. What's
People still embrace it like it's a masterpiece. Like,
Yep.
it paved way for a masterpiece. I don't think I would call it very balanced, though.
I don't know why anyone would call it balanced at all.
Yeah. Gold. I love that sprite.
Grr. Have you ever seen a more high Pokemon?
No. That's beautiful.
Anyways, yeah, my
Wow.
team
Why
maybe
does Toxic look like Blizzard?
that's Surf, I think you mean. Anyways,
I don't know general animations.
I just kind of find it very interesting how all of my Pokemon have a fairly balanced team. I have a Charizard, I have a Blastoise, I have a Venusaur.
Yep.
Yet the other half of my team, the Dugtrio, the Fearow, and the Jolteon ended up being stronger.
What's actually kind of cool there is that you have 2 separate type triangles there.
Yeah, well, except for Fearow. Fearow's pretty trash in total.
But still. Like, you've got electric, ground, flying. Or
Even
ground
though
and electric on flying, flying on ground.
flying on ground, you say?
It's not super effective, but ground attacks can affect flying.
In other gens, I'm pretty sure.
If that isn't in this gen, I am like, what is the point of flying type?
One sec, let me double check. I just had this open, I should have just kept it open. I should have known.
Yeah, I actually don't understand what the point of a flying type is in Gen 1 then.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't affect.
Okay, good. So it's like one of the most basic possible type things. And then, obviously, fire, water, grass with your 3 starters.
Yeah. I just kind of have Fearow around because I needed a flying Pokemon and Charizard doesn't use his wings.
Yeah,
Because that makes
you
sense.
just love flying things. Also, why did he use a super potion?
Also, I love it when they do this, by the way. When you
get wrapped.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of Gen 1.
However, you're fast as heck, so you don't have to worry about it.
Well, it's just when you get wrapped, you can't attack until the wrap wears off.
I thought it was you can't attack if you are slower than them.
Nope.
Because their wrap cancels out your attack.
Nope. You can't wrap. If you get wrapped, you're stuck like that until you break free.
Damn. That's so troll.
Wrap, constrict, and I think Whirlpool did that as well.
Okay, you used dig. I was really worried. I thought you selected cut. I was like, no.
This
I mean,
this
they
is
used Dream Eater without putting you to sleep, so...
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe one of my Pokemon was already asleep.
You're something special, child. Run along now.
What? What, you trying to remind us that you're in fact there?
You awake? Do you exist?
I almost fell asleep because you guys were talking about like legit Pokemon strats.
So sorry.
Man,
I didn't realize I was that boring.
I just know nothing about them. I couldn't chime in. I'm like, what do I do? Sleep,
Who's
maybe?
that Pokemon?
Guess the Pokemon next time.
fucking fell asleep mid-part.
No, I almost did. Like, I closed my eyes and I could feel myself going, and I'm like, no, Chantel, not today. And then I just sat here and sort of listened, and I'm like, fuck it.
You could have learned a lot.
I didn't learn. I didn't want to pay attention.
Man, I can see that that's gonna be our best Pokemon part. Totally, by the way, didn't stop recording yet.
Oh.
Goodbye, everyone.